Go to Kakaaki Social, where Oyima is waiting to tell us what Nigerians are talking about on social media. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Salamatu. Good morning, Shala. And good morning, Nigeria. And this is Kakaaki Social. I am Ohima Maiza, your anchor on this segment. Here we spotlight the issues shaping conversations in the Nigerian social media. Yesterday, the Nigerian Senate passed the police reform bill. This is coming in the wake of the campaign to end SARS and reform the Nigerian police force. The bill, when eventually signed into law, is expected to, among other things, address the issues of the welfare of the Nigerian police and the environment in which they work. The news broke yesterday in the social media, and Nigerians are having their comments already. The police reform bill hashtag was trending yesterday on Twitter, drawing a lot of reactions, commendations for the Senate and the Senate President for passing that bill eventually, and also calls on the President to give a speedy signage of that bill into law. Let's take a look at the details yesterday. Breaking, the Nigerian Senate has just passed the police reform bill. The bill will now be transmitted to the House of Reps for concurrence. The official handle of the office of the Senate President tweeted yesterday. Twitter user Wagzi01 tweeted and said, "This is a great and commendable the Senate President Bukola Saraki-led National Assembly. At this that time, when the security agencies that are meant to be protecting Nigerians are the ones killing Nigerians, the police reform bill becomes a necessity." Wagzi01 Wale Saka tweeting yesterday. Banki Baba in a tweet said, "Buhari may not sign it. The president will never initiate any bill, and when the hardworking National Assembly works hard to pass a bill, the man will not sign it. Let's watch and see. Maybe there will be a change." On this one, I say well done to Bukola Saraki. Bankole Abe tweeting at Banki Baba there. Asoro Sobioro tweeting said, "We have lost too many innocent lives to get here. My hope is that this will mark the beginning of justice for them. They died so the voices of the living can be heard. They died so we may face our problems and carve out solutions. All is left to Baba now." Police reform bill. Henry Banks in the tweet said, "Since Bukola Saraki lost election, he has done so many noble things in the National Assembly, championing bills that will tackle critical issues. Latest today is the police reform bill. Well done, Senate President." Henry Banks tweeting yesterday. We'll take a look at this Twitter user, Medial Bags, who tweeted and said, "A lot needs to be put in place for this police reform bill to work. 1. Constant training, drills monthly. 2. Salary amendment. This will eradicate modern day begging and entitlement of 100 naira, 50 naira. 3. Better infrastructure. 4. Introduce entitlement packages, long service awards, and leave." Media Bags are tweeting there. And we take a look now at some of the details of the police reform bill. This was reported yesterday by The Cable. Clause 4 says the President shall appoint the Inspector General of Police from the recommended applicants subject to the confirmation of the Senate. But we'll take a look at some of the other details now, which relate specifically to the conduct of the policemen. Clause 96 provides that anyone who assaults a police officer, obstructs or resists a police officer, is liable to a fine of 100,000 naira or 6 months imprisonment. Clause 98 prohibits the taking of liquor or intoxicating substance while on duty. Punishment prescribed for such offense is a fine of 20,000 naira or 3 months imprisonment. That's for policemen who drink while on duty. 20,000 naira fine or 3 months imprisonment. We go on now, take a look at some more details yesterday that was trending on that hashtag. While that hashtag was trending, the reform police bill, Chief Dele Momodu shared this video. It's actually an old video, but he shared it as a throwback video yesterday. My guys at it again. This video captures a moment when some policemen were, I don't know, fighting. Let's take a look at this video very quickly. Wait. Oga, leave your God now. That was a scuffle there. Appears like an attempt to disarm a police officer there. And then this video, based on popular demand, we brought it to you yesterday, but it's still trending. Commander of the Rapid Response Squad in Lagos, Tunji Diso, addressing the officers and men of the need to be careful with their firearms and also reminding them to value human lives above all things. This video has got a lot of reactions in the social media, and particularly to Yomi Shogunle, the head of the Police Public Complaints and Rapid Response Unit, tweeted something yesterday about this video that has gone viral. We'll come shortly to that after this video. Let's take a look.
Here for this morning, I'm here to discuss the issue of police killing that is going on in town. I'm sure nobody's happy about it here. I'm sure you feel ashamed to put on your uniform and move around town. I'm sure you feel bad about it. And don't forget that these arms we are carrying around was purchased for us with the money gotten from members of the community. You know, they are paying us to protect members of the public. So make we can't carry that same gun, they kill members of the public, where we're supposed to protect. They can never be happy with us. Very few of us will spoil the name of the police. For God's sake, why carry gun, cock gun, for where many people dey? Maybe we don't forget that thing wey dem teach us for academy now, or wey they teach us for police college. And I don't forget, then talk say it is better to allow armed robber to escape than to kill what? Thank you. It is better to allow even armed robber to escape than to kill one innocent person. And I don't forget.
Okay, Queen's English and Pidgin English was trending yesterday in the social media because of this. Yomi Shogunle tweeting said, "Nice one. Lagos State will be calm if police chiefs in Lagos do more of this." Source, Rapid Response Lagos, CC Police NGCRA. YS Guide, for now, don't go and be speaking. Please, let's go to the previous slide very quickly. YS Guide, for now, don't go and be speaking Queen's English with them on the road. For proper understanding, talk to them in Pidgin. Another way to avoid kasala. Legit NG reporting what Yomi Shogunle said. This was how they captured it. Let's go to the next tweet very quickly. And said, Yomi Shogunle on Wednesday, April 17, said that another way of avoiding being killed by Special Anti-Robbery Squad SARS is not to speak Queen's English to police officers, but Pidgin. He didn't take this report very well. And let's take a look at how he responded to this report. Yomi Shogunle tweeting at Legit News said, "A poor headline by Joseph Omotayo of Legit. Sensationalism. If this headline is all you could make from my tweet without taking note of the mode of communication in the accompanying video, shame on you. Deliberate twist of my tweet to divert traffic to your site is unprofessional." Then Legit News fired back again at Yomi Shogunle yesterday. "No, sir, your tweet is unprofessional. As a senior police officer, you must be guarded when you engage the public. Your tweets can further encourage trigger-happy policemen. We expect more professionalism from an officer like you. As a media, we keep doing our duty to the public." Legit News having a Twitter spar with Yomi Shogunle there, and then he came back and said, "What is unprofessional about me? Alerting the public to what I've known to be a problem over the years. What of the first three lines in my tweet? The senior officer addressing the men had to revert to Pidgin. Why did you think he did that? You just want traffic to your site, cause of advert." Yomi Shogunle tweeting yesterday. And then more in a tweet said, "Things that can get you assaulted by the police. 1. Owning a nice looking cell phone. 2. Speaking Queen's English. 3. Asking, what did I do wrong? 4. Standing in front of your house. 5. Looking happy. 6. Not looking happy. 7. Having a tattoo. And 8. Having dreads." Morin tweeted yesterday. And we go on now to this issue of Dr. Obi Ezekwesili and the convener of the NSAS movement, Sega Awosanya, in what some have described in the social media as two fighting. Dr. Ezekwesili has accused Sega Awosanya of slut-shaming women. This is coming at the heels of the conversation which broke on Twitter a couple of days ago when Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade Kehinde tweeted about the situation in Nigeria. Of course, she was attacked by some members of the APC in the social media, and some of the attacks were not were quite in poor taste, as we saw some commentary saying that maybe you've lost customers, that's why you are attacking the government and saying things are not good in Nigeria. But Gimba Kakanda, attacking that narrative, tweeted and said Omotola worked hard to help build an industry in a country that offers the young no opportunity. She sells Nigeria as a brand in a world that has given us a bad name. Today, for criticizing Buhari, a rabid Buhari's CBN Gov Akinwon attributed her success to prostituting with senators. And then Dr. Ezekwesili came and responding to that tweet said, "It is the degree of damage that hideous partisan politics of the worst variant has done to some of our youths. Was it not also here that Sega Link, when attacking us years ago because of Bring Back Our Girls, hurled similar trash at me, who was prevailed on to go into government?" Sick, Obi Ezekwesili tweeting, accusing Sega Awosanya. Then Sega came and replied, "Distinguished madam, your case was different. I don't hurl trash at people. I reveal them. By confronting you with your darkness, I'm simply showing you your light. Stop misconstruing my position as malicious. I don't play your partisan games. I also don't keep malice. I forgive." Sega Link tweeted, but Dr. Obi Ezekwesili wasn't done yet. She went back to 2014 to dig up a thread where Sega was tweeting about her. This was what she did. She attached that screenshot of that thread to this tweet and said, "This here is just one of the vilest and wildest attacks that Sega Link hurled at me for advocating for Chibok girls in those years. They were hired to do everything to assassinate Obi's character. Accuse me of the impossible. Here is your hypocritical fellow." Let's take a look at the details of that thread, which created a firestorm on Twitter yesterday. Sega supporters and supporters of Madam Ezekwesili were at each other's throats on Twitter yesterday. Let's go on and take a look at the details of that thread. This was in December 10, 2014. Sega tweeting said, "Who was offering sex in exchange for power way back then? Still trying to remember Obi Ezekwesili. Don't be afraid, you might not be the only one." And then a Twitter user, Radical Youth Man, responded and said, "I have this story, sex for political power. It will be nice to break this on Twitter." And then Sega Link responded and said, "Let Nigerians enjoy and see the hypocrisy of these degenerates." Then Radical Youth Man came back and said, "Remember the children and the good husband at home." And then Sega Link responded and said, "She should have thought of that before taking advantage of the masses and Chibok community." This was in 2014. Coming back, history coming back right now on Twitter. Let's go on and take a look at some of the reactions again. Obi Ezekwesili came back and said, "I'm intentional in calling you out today, Sega Link. That silly fellow that slut-shamed one of our best talents because she supports a government she called out is as awful as you were in 2014, 2015 when you did the same. All of you must stop this dishonorable assault of women." Obi Ezekwesili tweeting and said again, "I am making an example of you today because you have failed to publicly take responsibility for your dishonorable acts, even though you privately blame it on evil forces. You and your friend who slut-shamed a woman today are cut from the same cloth. You all must stop." And then she went on and said, "I much appreciate all you have done on NSAS, but young man, building a decent society is not a buffet where you pick and choose what you like. We must be consistent in all our fights for a decent society by disagreeing decently, even when we dislike the voice of another." I was Obi Ezekwesili yesterday, and then Sega Link came back and said, "I won't be as petty as she has been because I am wiser than the man I was yesterday. I would have loved to share all she wrote as conveniently excluded from the screenshot she made public, but that will be prolonging the matter. She badly wants to be in the limelight again." And then he continued in the next set of tweets and said, "Having said this, let the record reflect that this woman attacked my person unprovoked. She deployed an entirely unrelated matter just to conveniently attempt to slander and paint others black. I am married to a virtuous woman who will never do this to any soul." And then one more tweet, he said, "For her sake and the sake of thousands of other people I respect and have mentored over the years, I apologize for the presumption Madam Obi has based on my tweet, which she misread. I have explained many times over short of using colored pencils that I wasn't referring to her." Sega Link tweeting, and then from Twitter is a Tempo Collect, "Except Sega has proof, accusing Obi of adultery is horrible defamation. He should retract and apologize." Another Twitter user rising up to the defense of Sega Link, Caleb Franklin, said, "With due respect, madam, what Sega has done to touch the lives of people in Nigeria, you in all your years as a public servant have not done a quarter. I say this with respect to your person. Please leave that man alone." Caleb Franklin tweeting, and then Ayo Bankole said on Sega Link and Obi Ezekwesili, "It saddens my heart when people who advocate on behalf of the oppressed in this country get attacked by parochial elements. It has happened to both Sega and Madam Obi. It then worsens when two of such heroes publicly mudsling this way. Not good at all." This was one of the biggest stories yesterday on Twitter, Nigeria. We move on from that issue now to the case of a 26-year-old young lady, Lizzie, who was drawn into the world of drug abuse, but help and rescue finally came to her through Pastor Tony Rapo of this present house, who is also the founder of the the Good Nigeria Foundation, the Freedom Nigeria Project, and then they made attempts to rehabilitate this young girl, and this issue has gotten a lot of attention in the social media. Posting on his Instagram page, Tony Rapu said, let's go and take a look at what he said. He said, we picked up Lizzie over the weekend. Here she tells a bit of her story. While waiting our arrival at the joint she frequented in Ikeja, Lizzie tells about her upbringing, her addiction to crack cocaine, and the depraved nightlife she lived to make money to pay the drug dealers. She is currently undergoing her first stage of detox and rehabilitation in the long journey out of addiction. A very touching and emotional story captured in the video you're about to watch. Let's take a look.
I'm Lizzie. I've been here now for 7 years. I've been seeing different rehab and I refuse to go because I feel they will not be able to take care of me because of the heroin and crack has gone inside me very well. But I've been hearing about Tony Rapu for a very, very long time. And the last time he was here, I was not fortunate to see him. When they came for Buki, I've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time. I finished my secondary school from Vivian Fowler. I went to Caleb Nursery Primary School. I came into drug through a friend. Yeah, he used to be my boyfriend. He was putting in my weed, I don't know. So there was one time, he now showed it to me that I was not like, how's this one? He said it's cocaine. I said, why will you be putting cocaine in my weed and you not tell me? That's how I go into crack.
This is the way I suffer every day. After I've finished begging in the afternoon and in the morning, I'll still prostitute at night. Please, I really, really need your help. Please, I'm tired. I've seen it all. Please, it's only you that can come to my rescue.
Where's she?
See her here.
Lizzie.
Lizzie's here.
She's here, sir. This is Lizzie.
Oh yeah, let's go there.
Yeah, my boy. How many years?
If you want your children to also grow up inside this place, today,
No need you.
we promise her we will take her.
Àwa láti wá mú Lizzie torí àti pinnu pé a ó wá mú. God bless
Give it to me now.
Very emotional story that depicted by that video narrative. Oyinda Hives posting said drug addiction is stealing people from their families. But because of our hush and what will people say culture, no one says anything till it gets really bad and beyond repair. Fight for those you know with drug addiction. Help them fight the addiction and don't leave them. Oyinda Hives tweeted yesterday, and in another tweet she said, I'm glad people are talking about Dr. Tony Rapu now. The man has been fighting this war for years now. I only found him out at about 2 years ago. Don't turn a blind eye when you see someone using. Push for them to go to rehab. Good rehabs, not yaba left. And on Instagram, Kobam Sasukwa, the legendary blind producer, posted and said, God bless you, sir. Thanks for being a beacon of hope and light at a time when some of us are beginning to lose faith in the institution that should strengthen us. And also on Instagram yesterday, Nikki Lauye posted and said, I was already wondering about her well-articulated speech until she said she went to Vivian Fowler. What? How did she get to this point? Where are her parents? Thank God she's finally getting the help she needs. God bless you greatly, sir. Tony Rappo. Nikki Laoye posting on Instagram yesterday. And yesterday, the hashtag #EndCrazyCharges was trending on Twitter moments after Taney the Entertainer took to her Instagram page to lament the crazy charges you see from banks, from PHCN, and all sort of agencies in Nigeria. She posted this video yesterday. She said, "I'm not happy today at all. I can maintain my debit card myself and crazy charges." Let's take a look at this video and some of the comments that followed.
I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy this afternoon at all. I'm not happy. I'm sad because I checked one of my accounts and the money, could make sense. The money is not complete. Last week, the money that was there was 15,287 naira. I wrote it down. This week, the money that is there is 14,437 naira. How the 800 naira find wings and fly away? They said they are charging me. I send money to this person, they will charge me. I do this, they will charge me. They are even charging me for maintenance of my own debit card. Did I beg you people to? Did I say I cannot maintain my own debit card? Why are you charging me to maintain my? Don't maintain my debit card for me. I will maintain my debit card by myself. Please, let's end 10 crazy charges. Oh no, I'm charging you. Phone debit card, don't maintain my debit card for me. I will maintain my debit card by myself. If I want to send money, don't charge me.
She started a trend, and this was trending on Twitter. Mix Flows the tweet and said, "Imagine having 5K in your bank and doing a transfer of 4K to pay your overdue debt, and you have to trek to your bank's ATM to withdraw your last 1K and save yourself, then wait for your debt, only to realize that bank charge spoils your 1K to 948 naira. Please end crazy charges." Miss Floxy tweeted, and then from the Pamilarin, "What is the most outrageous charge you would love for Nigerian brands and government to stop? For me, it is estimated billing by PHCN. Reply with end crazy charges. It's time our voices to be heard." The Pamilarin tweeting yesterday from Osinachi Kachi on the XX tweeting said, "How will I pay for DSTV subscription? And then I will not see light for 2 weeks and I will still pay light bill. This is so rugged, man. End crazy charges." And then from LC Godwin tweeting said, "My own personal problem is still on the case of banks charging me for SMS. I mean, I've said I don't want SMS alert. Email is fine, but they say it's a must. Also charging me for card maintenance, card that is inside my purse. I'm tired." And crazy charges. Susan Nigerians were reacting with the hashtag and crazy charges yesterday. And as we draw the curtain this morning on Kakaaki Social, we'll take a look at this interesting video. OOU campus shuttle driver seen using a spoon to start his bus. Let's take a look.
Nigeria.
Okay, I guess that's what happens when you were not born with a silver spoon. This is where we draw the curtain this morning on Kakaaki Social. Please follow the conversation on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Wima Maize, handing over back now to Shola and Salamatu.
The last content actually shows how Nigerians can be very creative.
And
however,
innovative.
they are innovative, yes. But the content on Lizzie, heartbreaking.
Very touching.
Yes. Do have a beautiful weekend. Oh,
it's
Thursday.
Weekend, yes.
Have a nice Thursday. I will see you tomorrow.